Hello, storytellers. Welcome back to Storeytelling Tarot. My name is Jeida K. Story, and I am so excited to have you with me today. I am super excited because this is a viewer requested video. Today, we are looking at quick guidance from the ancestors, and I want to give a very special thank you to Taylor Crumpton, who is the one who requested this video. So, thank you, sis. I appreciate you, and I'm excited to get into this today. As usual, we have 3 chapters for you to choose from, and I am using my friend James the Conjure Cleaner. I'm using some bombs that he created, and these are going to be our chapters. So chapter 1 is Day Off, chapter 2 is Keep On, and chapter 3 is Fortitude. So take a moment to choose which bomb is calling out to you, and we're going to get into your messages. Now, if more than one is calling out to you, then maybe you have more than one message, and I encourage you to watch as many as you need. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and get into these quick ancestral guidance messages. Hello, chapter 1. Welcome to your reading. These are your quick ancestral guidance messages, and you chose Day Off. So I'm going to put Day Off over here to the side. I'm going to go ahead and pick your pile. Yeah, I see. Some of y'all chose Day Off because you need one. You need some time to yourself. Kind of just take a breather, for sure. Yeah. Okay. We'll get a couple more cards here, and then we'll get into the reading. And I'm going to pull some tarot at the end. Get a couple. Yeah. Okay, so let's look at your cards. You have nature. So already the guidance right now is for you to get into nature. I just said that some of y'all you chose Day Off because maybe you need to take some time for yourself, and part of this is that you need to go out and just take a walk. For some of you just need to get out and just get some actual fresh air, right? So that's what's important right now. I love this. You can see like this river here. So some of you may need to spend some time in the elements, spend some time particularly in the water or at the water, right? That is going to be something that is rejuvenating to you. That's going to be helpful for you at this time. It's just a good time for you to connect. Let's see what your other messages are. We have bear, danger, especially in money matters. We have broken wishbone, wish will not be granted. Look at this. Money path, a path with money is waiting for you to find it. And crib, birth or conception of a child or enterprise. So it's so interesting that we talked about water. And when I think about water, I think about wealth and abundance. And it seems like for y'all, like money is on your mind, as we have lots of cards here speaking about money and abundance. What's interesting though is that there's this card here that's talking about danger, right? When it comes to money matters. So I don't know if you are considering investing in something right now or considering a major purchase. It feels like maybe you might have all your eggs in one basket. Spirit is saying you need to consider a different route because it can be dangerous. It's interesting too because we're talking about nature and going out into being out in the elements, and you have this bear here, this bear that is also out in the elements. And so for some of you, the message is clear. You are to go a particular path, go in a particular direction. And I'm particularly thinking about business. There is something that you are trying to achieve that comes naturally to you, right? When we talk about nature, this can also be your nature. So something that comes natural to you, something that excites you, something that lights you up, and also something that can be lucrative. I want you to know that just because you are supposed to be in that place does not mean that there are not other posers, that there are not other threats that are out there. And I want you to know that just because the threat is there does not mean that you're not supposed to be there, right? Just like you have a call to go out into nature does not mean that just because there are bears there that you don't belong out in nature. Because just as there are bears that are there who might be a threat to your life, there's also the gift of running water, right? There's also the shade of trees, right? There's also the birds that give us messages. And so I just want to, if you are at a place where you're not sure about what to do when it comes to business matters, right? If you're wondering, like, am I going to stand out? Are there too many people doing what it is that I want to do? Is the market too crowded and saturated? Spirit is saying no. No, there's a place for you. Because we're talking about, look, you got the birth or conception of a child or enterprise, and we love that for you. We love that for you. So there is so much that is being birthed in you. I love that we started talking about water, because the water here is suggesting the womb and suggesting fertility. And so I really, really love that for you. So I want you to know that there is money available to you, right? Paths are opening up. You see how the card says that paths are with money are waiting for you to find it, right? And so for some of you, perhaps you need to go to the water, right? Simply to get a refreshing, right? For some of you, you may need to take spiritual baths that are particularly focused on abundance, right? That will help you open up creative portals for yourself, right? What's interesting, you have this broken wishbone. I'm going to come back to the broken wishbone. But that's interesting because they're saying that there's something that's not going to be granted, something that's not going to work out for you. What's so interesting, look, even here on this money path card, you see how this kind of veers off, but it's a dead end. So there's something that if you feel like blockages, sometimes it's not meant for you to push. Sometimes it's meant for you to yield and just veer off and go the other direction. And so that's kind of what I'm feeling. So again, I said earlier, it felt like some people might be putting all their eggs in one basket. I need you to know that the path is open for you. And when you are determining which way to go, if you find that you're bumping up against a rock or a hard place, baby, it might just be time for you to sit down for a minute. You might just need a day off. You might just need to recuperate. And then when you come back to yourself, look, you'll notice, oh, okay, I just need to veer over to the right just a little bit, right? So be mindful of that. Let's look at your other cards here. So you have the royalty card. Look at this: authority, business, rule, respected, inheritance, bloodline, and leadership. This is who you are. So we're talking about you getting out into nature, but this is also your nature, that your ancestors see you as royalty, as someone who is an authority figure in business, right? You are respected and you know how to handle your business. Like I said, there's money on the mind. So for all of y'all who are entrepreneurs and all of that, your ancestors are saying like, oh yeah, baby, you're doing a great job and you are birthing and building beautiful things, but don't burn yourself out. It's not worth it, right? It's not worth it. And then you have unknown ancestor speaking. I've been watching over you. Learn more about your heritage through research, and you will find my name. So it's interesting because you have this card about inheritance, right? And this royalty card speaking about inheritances. And so I'm wondering how many of you think that you're doing something new, something that's never been done. How many of you feel like you are the only one within your family who's doing this particular thing or focus on this particular path? And baby, there are ancestors who have done these things before. That's why these ideas are coming to you, right? They are whispers from your ancestors. And so they just want you to know, like, this is us saying to you, you are not just forging new paths, you are continuing and walking in the path that we have treaded first, right? We made the path straight for you. Okay, so let's get some tarot cards out here because I want to get a little more into this. Actually, I think I want to move the cards a little bit. Okay. What other ancestral guidance do we have for my chapter ones? Ace of Cups reverse. What I tell y'all about getting to the water? Because when I see the Ace of Cups reverse, what comes up for me automatically is I think of baptism, right? I come from church folks. Y'all know this. I think of baptism. I think about what the divine has to pour out on you, what refreshing you need, and recognizing that maybe you don't have the energy right now because you are spinning your wheels, and Spirit is saying you need to be refreshed at this time. So take your fill, right? And um, don't continue spinning your wheels, trying to chase after particular paths, especially ones that aren't for you, because you'll find yourself burnt out every time. You need to be grounded and reconnect, because right now it just feels like you kind of like not feeling like yourself, right? It's time for you to get back to the nature, get back to yourself, and get back to who you have always been. Look, yep, look, Five of Wands, because some of you are trying to compete. Some of y'all are trying to keep up. Some of y'all are even, and it's not even so much, it's not always competing with other people. It can be competing with other versions of yourselves, right? So competing with parts of yourself that used to be able to produce, that used to be able to put out all of this content, who used to be able to work all these long hours. Baby, we are living in the last days. We are living in the last days. There is so much more that we need to be giving to ourselves at this time. We pour out so much into our work, which is good because I can see that abundance is here for you. But if you get into the rat race, this is what Spirit's saying is dangerous for you, right? It's dangerous. And you'll end up missing what's available to you now. You'll end up disregarding what's available to you. I'm gonna pull these. Yeah. Five of Swords reversed and the Page of Five of Cups reversed and the Page of Swords. And the Moon. Yeah, it just feels like, things might not have been feeling very clear to you right now. And for some of you, it's because you just been feeling down. The good news here, though, is I see things turning around for you. And so at this time, again, this is someone else who came to the water. For some of you, there's something going to happen when you can contact this particular element, right? For some of you, you might need to even drink more water. There's something about the water. The water has something for you. For some of you, you may have connections to water spirits and water deities, and perhaps it is that you are needing to give ebo or give offerings to these particular spirits, right? And then there are just particular spirits right now that want to be appeased, right? That want you to give something to them, right? You have this card speaking about unknown ancestors who are reaching out and they want you to know who they are. And so who are the ones, the Page of Swords is someone who's seeking information. So there's information out there. There's things for you to find, right? Just like this card says that there's a path of money for you to find. So there's some researching that you need to do, chapter 1. So this day off and feeling like things have been kind of like escaping you. The Moon card here does talk about some things being hidden. But there are in other words, there are also some things for you to uncover. So take some time, get out in nature, and I promise you, the spirits have something for you. The spirits have something for you. And what it feels like is that you will actually get the clarity that you need once you take time for that. No more weeping. Brighter days are here, right? It's just time for you to cleanse off, start again, realize you don't have to compete with nobody. In fact, you are set apart. Now, before I end this reading, I do want to pull one final card about this broken wishbone, about the wish that won't be granted. Spirit, can you share with me what is the wish that won't be granted for my chapter 1s? Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. It seems like there is a particular opportunity that maybe, again, I was talking about all eggs in one basket that you were looking for. You thought that there might have been only one way that this could work. There's something else There's something else that you're missing. There's something else. You have the Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck. And the Three of Cups for me is a spirit card. Yes, it can be celebrations, right? It can be friends that might be bringing you a different opportunity. And also it could be that the spirits are wanting to show you another route, another way, right? You have something cooking here, chapter 1. Rest your mind, rest your body, rest your spirit. Let nature speak to you. And then you will receive the clarity that you need. All right, my loves, I hope that this was helpful to you. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Hello, my chapter 2s. Welcome to your reading. These are your quick ancestral guidance messages. So you chose the message, keep on. I'm going to put that to the side, and we're going to pull some cards to get your messages. I'm going to get a series of oracle cards. And then we will move into the tarot from there. Okay, let's get into your cards. I'm trying to see how I want to organize. Okay, we'll go with that for now. Okay, so first you have take risk. Take risk. I love this because this reminds like a goat on top of like a cliff, and it kind of reminds me of the Fool. And so right now they're saying like you need to bet on yourself at this time. You also have this with the keep on message. So if you've been like wondering, should I do this thing? Should I take this leap of faith? It feels supported. Okay, let's look at your other cards and then we'll get into it. You have female ancestor, wisdom developed over time, beauty and pride. You have the listener, hearing messages beyond this realm. Spirits speak to you. Voices of the other people speak through you. Okay. And you also have tankard, celebration, fun, enjoyment. You have ladder, climbing towards success. Ooh. Actually, I'm going to cover. I don't want you two tripping. Okay. You have target, a goal-oriented person. And you have quill. Get back to the basics. Okay. So I can already see like what this is giving for y'all. So my chapter 2s, it's pretty clear. This is a leap of faith for you. Bet on yourself, bet on your business, bet on your ideas, your creativity, right? It feels like your ancestors are saying that you're going to get on the job training, right? Because you have this female ancestor, one of your ancestral mothers, stepping forward to say that, your wisdom will be developed over time, meaning that, you don't have to know every single thing. You don't have to know every single detail. It's going to come to you with time. It's going to come to you with grace, right? And so whatever because you have this card about celebration, whatever excitement is upon you, like trust it. Because it is leading you someplace great. It is elevating you in so many beautiful ways. You have the ladder talking about climbing towards success and being a goal-oriented person. So I feel like right now you're just in a state of your dreams and your visions are not only coming into view, not only coming into fruition, but you are succeeding, right? But it's so interesting that even as we have multiple wins, time and time again, we are still sometimes hesitant when we get to a new door, right? And so this quill feels like getting back to the basics is for you to, you're now about to walk through your 50th door of blessing, and still you hesitate. And Spirit is saying, you chose, keep on, right? And so they're saying, take the risk, go ahead and go through the next door, baby. And so this get back to basics to me, it feels like get back to what you used to believe. Get back to how you used to believe, right? Get back to the ways that you used to connect with yourself and your spirits. Get back to the ways that you used to connect with God and the divine source, whatever, however you call your connection, right? Go back to those things. Go back to the faith that you had that caused you to take the first step up this ladder, right? Because now, baby, you about right here. And so they're saying, now that you halfway up, why are you scared now? Why are you fearful now? Trust what you hear. You're a listener. Trust what you hear. Trust their guidance. Trust that they're not going to leave you. I just can't give up now. I'm not a singer, but that's a song for you. You've come too far from where you started. Keep going. Don't allow your height, where you are now, to cause you to shudder or turn back. There is cause for celebration and enjoyment right now. There is cause for celebration and accolades right now. So keep going. Okay, let's get a couple of tarot cards out here. Spirit, what else do you have? What other ancestral messages do you have for chapter 2? Look at that. 5 of Pentacles reversed. They're saying that the hard time is over. You moved through the difficult part, right? You moved on from being left out in the dark. You moved on from dealing with the wounds of being neglected and being abandoned. Like, you are now moving forward. You are now moving up. You are now moving on. Whew. Period. Period, Pooh. Okay. Look at this. Now look, you have the 8 of Cups reversed. The 8 of Cups reversed is like going back, is literally getting back to the basics, going back to that old thing, right? Not an old place of despair, not a place of being stuck, but going back to the thing that started you on this trajectory in the first place. Because sometimes we forget, oh wait, I know what I'm doing. And if I don't know what I'm doing, I know how to get the answers, right? So what are the cups that you might have lost along the way when you were trudging through the snow? Go back and get it. Go back and get the tools your ancestors gave you. Go back to your dream journal. Go back to those things. Go back and get those things that you need, so you can be ready for what's ahead. Let's see what else. The Fool reverse. Okay, yeah. They're talking about you having some fear and hesitation. They're talking about you having some fear and hesitation, right? Ooh, I get that. We just talked about this. I said that the take risk card is like the Fool energy. It's the same energy, but when it's reversed, it's like you are like edging away from the cliff instead of jumping off, right? Be not afraid. Be not afraid, dear one, because this path where you're headed, don't think that the blessing that you pray for and that you hope for is going to stop wanting you back, right? For some of you, you feel like, oh no, things are going real good and it's too good to be true. So I don't want to trust this thing because I don't. Let your faith keep you going. Look at that. King of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Wheel of Fortune, the 9 of Wands reversed. I'm gonna make some space here, just a little bit. The 9 of Wands reversed. Baby, look at the fact that you have the King of Pentacles right beneath the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Speaking about the wealth and abundance that you're coming into, speaking about the opportunities that are coming your way, speaking about the people that the divine is sending and has presented to you to help elevate you to a new place. The King of Pentacles bestows blessings upon others, bestows wisdom, right? And what's beautiful and powerful is that the Hermit is here. This is you being the Hermit, right? And I talked about earlier about you taking risk, right? I talked about you being someone who you're going to get on the job training. And so you have to know that wherever you are called, whatever rooms you are being called into, that the way has been prepared for you already before you arrived. And so you have to trust the wisdom that resides inside of you. You have to trust the voices that you hear from your spirits. You have to trust, that you are ready, right? That you're not going to be the fool. That you are not going to make foolish mistakes. Why? Because you are not the same person you were when you were struggling. You gain your tool. That's why you got to go back to the basics, right? You got to go back to the things that you know works. And baby, as you do that, as you move smack dab into the wheel of fortune, changes, miracles, signs, and wonders. And you know what's even more powerful about this? If you are struggling with going forward because there are particular people who, when you were struggling, they were with you, and now that you're on your way up, they're not there anymore. The Nine of Wands, I heard this from another tarot reader. I cannot remember her name at this time, but something that she said that was powerful that stuck with me about the Nine of Wands. You know, normally the Nine of Wands is someone who is working on they're by themselves, standing by themselves, holding down the fort by themselves, and probably wondering where the hell is everybody else. But baby, when it's reversed, this tarot reader, and I'll never forget it, I'm going to use it always. This talks about being open because now there are people who are coming around you, right? There are people who are coming in to support you. There are people coming in to help you. There are people coming in to celebrate you, Celebration, fun, enjoyment. Yes. So wherever you have been doing things on your own, you're going to have people who ride for you now. You're not going to be taking this leap of faith on your own. You're going to have support. You're going to have cheerleaders, right? So that's why you got to trust. That's why you got to trust. Oh, I love this for you. I love this for you. You're not by yourself. Keep on going. Chapter 2. Keep on going. The blessings do not end here. I don't care if you are on rung number 50 on your ladder. There's more for you to receive. There are more blessings for you to reach. It ain't over yet. It's just getting good. All right, my chapter 2s. I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching this reading. We'll see you in the next one. Hello, my chapter 3s. Welcome to your quick ancestral messages for guidance. And you chose fortitude. I'm going to put that over to the side and we're going to go ahead and get your cards. We're going to pull some oracles first, and then we're going to move on to the tarot towards the end. Fortitude. Fortitude. Strength. Courage. Guts. That's what's coming up. People in this group, you have guts, right? You're courageous. You're bold. You're tenacious. Yeah, you are. Just a couple more cards and we'll be ready to get started. Okay, so we'll start with this card first. Destruction. Destruction. Ooh, that is. Ooh, let's look at that up close. That card is beautiful. Destruction. Okay. It's so interesting because I was just saying that you felt like you had guts. There's courage in this group. Because destruction is something that you have to have guts to accomplish, to see through. Let's look at the rest of the cards to get more insight. You have snake spirit. Watch those who come around you. And you have your bloodline ancestors saying, we're proud of you. We're summoned by your call. Give specific offerings. You have needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. You have vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. You have horseshoe for good luck. And you have wreath, sorrow over a loss. That's interesting. Um, mm, mm. Yeah, there are some people who are in your midst that are not trustworthy. I can't say how close they are to you, but I know that they can't be trusted. And something in me tells me that you have an idea of who this person or these people are. And something in me just feels like you just want peace more than anything, chapter 3. You just want peace. And it feels like maybe this is a close person, someone who may be close to you. I only say that because this card here is talking about sorrow. Sorrow over a loss, which is so interesting because you also have this card talking about a wish that's going to be granted to you. And maybe the wish that you have is for clarity, for you to know the next aligned steps. That clarity is here because with this needle and thread, you'll be able to piece together what's really going on. It does feel like it's been taking up a lot of space in your mind. For some of you, it's not that you are having to disassemble or to sever relationships with people. For some of you, you may have felt like you have been abandoned now. And for some of you, you may be blaming yourself one way or another. And I just keep looking at this horseshoe, which is here. It says good luck, but I'm a hoodoo. And we know that the horseshoe is also protection. If there are people who are leaving your life at this time, it's for your good. Trust it. Trust it. And you are well within your right to grieve even as they go. You can grieve loss, but I want to bring your attention to this bloodline. Your ancestors are proud of you. Oh, and it says that when you call us, we come. When you call us, we pay attention. When you call us, we're right there at the very last breath of a whisper. We're there. So feel them, even if you're having a heavy time right now. This vulture card. It's interesting because it speaks about depression and anxiety, but vultures are also protectors, right? Vultures eat dead things. And so there may be a lot of things ending in your life right now. It's for your protection. Interesting that we're talking about protection. Even the balm that you chose is a balm of protection. And so that prayer that everyone says, don't pray this prayer unless you mean it. But the prayer goes something like this: God, remove everything that's not supposed to be in my life. Now, I don't know if you prayed that intentionally or not, but that's what this energy kind of feels like. It feels like things are being exposed to you. Truth, this destruction card looks like someone is wearing a mask, but you are going to be able to see through them. So interesting, even on this mask, this looks like a vulture or a bird flying this way. Your protectors are nearby. So even though you are perhaps in spaces where you're not sure who you can trust, your protectors know. So you focus on connecting to your ancestors. You focus on giving them offerings. You focus on being at your altar, increasing your prayer life, and let them do the rest. You focus on your mental health and vitality, right? Like I said, you have guts. You have strength and courage. Feed it. Let's get some other messages from your spirits. Page of Wands. Behold, a new thing is coming. So even as things are falling away, chapter 3, newness is also here. The Knight of Cups, reversed. The Knight of Cups reversed. Because, like, listen, sometimes, because the Knight of Cups reversed can be very emotional. Very emotional. It can also be someone who's petty and bringing you drama, right? Someone who's not quite a match. Someone who you expected better of, and they're not bringing the type of energy that you need, the type of energy that is nourishing. It might be overwhelming. And you don't have to take their offer. Whatever they're bringing, you don't have to take it. You don't. Okay, now we got the Emperor. The Emperor. Knight of Pentacles reversed. Lots of knights here. Two of Cups reversed. Let's get one more card for my chapter 3s. And the Four of Wands. Oh, I love this. 2 4s, 2 knights, a page. Yeah, look, the bottom of the deck was the 5 of Wands reversed. And I love this. Because the 5 of Wands reversed is reconciliation. Even if it's not with being reconciled to another person, it can be you reconciling within yourself. Okay, this is the way that it has to be. It's you throwing up your hands and saying, okay, ancestors, I hear you loud and clear. This was not meant for me. This opportunity was not meant for me. These people may not have been meant for me. This job may not be for me, but show me what is. And this is something I want you to know. I do see something really good coming for you. And it feels like maybe there's some frustration, like some stop and starts with things kind of going in one direction and then you're not sure, then going in a different direction and you're not sure. Oh, I just really feel like something that you thought that you could depend on ended up not being what it promised. Oh, but if you hold on, you will find your happily ever after. You will find your joy. What I love about this 2 of Cups reversed is the 2 of Cups reversed is you being good with you, right? Yes, I can speak about not being aligned, right? Because we got both of these knights in reverse. So it's the Knight of Pentacles, that energy of just kind of being unstable and undependable. The Knight of Cups being kind of petty, being over emotional and a little dramatic, immature. And it feels like some of these relationships, some of these connections are getting you further or keeping you busy, keeping you distracted from where you're trying to be. You, my chapter 3s, you are this Page of Wands, just trying to get to your 4 of Wands. And you will. I see you. I see you moving through and moving past the people who stand in your way. I see you as the Page of Wands moving past the Knight of Cups and getting to your personal power, getting some organization in your life, understanding how to take care of yourself, take care of others, how to establish order where there needs to be, how to pick yourself up again. And then I see someone perhaps being undependable, right? Not really giving what they said they were going to give, not offering what they said they were going to give to you, not helping you in the way they said they were going to help. But what happened after you encountered that? Yes, you were not in agreement with these folks, and that's good. That's fine. It's okay. Because what happens with this 2 of Cups reverse is you being in agreement with yourself. You coming into an alignment with yourself. You coming back into alignment with your ancestors. Yeah. And as you do that, you end up right here. So it's not that they or anyone delayed you. It might have been a bit of a distraction. It might have required that you sit down for a minute and address your mental health and tend to your heart, right? But ultimately, stability is still your portion. Joy is still your portion. Celebration, fun, pleasure still belongs to you. You are still being protected and guided, even through this, chapter 3. Even through this, you are still in control. No matter how out of control you may have felt in particular connections and in particular spaces, you're in control now. So what are you going to do with that power? Make sure that this destruction card is not speaking about you. Make sure that you are making healthy choices to love on yourself, to be compassionate to yourself, and to be honest with yourself about your own shortcomings. We are all still growing. We're all still healing. You don't have to punish yourself for any decisions or even mistakes that you've made. Instead, you owe it to yourself to offer self-compassion and to keep pushing. As your ancestors have already said, they are proud of you. You are favored. You will get some of these wishes to come true. Grieve. Hold yourself. Be tender. Take as much time as you need. Get what you need, though. That's what's important. All right, my chapter 3s. I hope that this was helpful for you. Thank you so much for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.